Hello, 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 gorgeous. Okay, my God. I keep thinking to myself, you know what? One day I am going to be all grown up, going to have all my shit together. I'm going to have all my lives planned out to let you guys know what's coming up next. But that is not today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If we haven't met before, my name is Elle. I'm the founder of the Unapologetic Women Global Rempowerment Movement. And if we do know each other, you know what to do, my friends. Say hi in the comments so that I can see your beautiful voice here and let's have a conversation. I don't know if it's just me, but I honestly wasn't planning on doing a live today. In fact, I had done the blog this morning and got deep into creative mode of what is coming next through in the business, and then had some exceptional meetings. And I was just having my lunch and thinking, that's enough for today. And then Soul gave me a whack and said, somebody needs to hear this message today. So it might be you. And if it is, let me know in the comments, because maybe it's just me. But damn, it is so easy for us to get caught up with all the experts telling us how to do business, how to build it from scratch, how to have a successful marriage, how to have a hot body, how to show up as an unapologetic woman, how to. And when you are allowing yourself to be exposed to all of the how-tos all day, every day, from all of these really well-meaning sources, it doesn't take a lot for us to get to a phase of shutting down our intuition, not trusting ourselves, and instead going from one recipe to the next recipe to the next recipe. Doing all the things and doing them right and doing them well. And still, something just doesn't click into place. Now, I'm going to say this as well. I'm specifically speaking to those who are here to create. I'm specifically speaking to the outliers, to the dreamers, to the women who just cannot be put into a box of replication. Cookie cutters doesn't cut it. So it is a very specific segment of women that I'm speaking to. It is the women who know that no matter what, happiness doesn't come from achieving the goals we set for ourselves based on the ideas that society has given us. We've done that. We've done the goals, we've set them, we've smashed them, we've out-hustled everybody in the room. And then come back to this space of, and now what? And what's next? There's still this emptiness. There's still not lasting satisfaction, fulfillment, and delight. Those are the women I'm speaking to. For us, the land of the experts is death to our dreams. Because what I am seeing more and more is that confident, beautiful, intelligent, creative women separate from themselves, which happens through conditioning. We've all been through this experience. And the idea was to find our way back home to ourselves, to our inner guidance, to deep connection, to true connection, to unfiltered connection with our source, from where to consciously create our desires in a way that lights our asses on fire. But when the separation occurred, women especially are cramming more and more experts into the gap, thinking that the experts will eventually tell them what to do to nail it, to get to that space of, yeah, baby, I'm good. Like, this is going to be fun. I'm confident, I'm certain, I'm clear, I'm creative. But in the process, they're actually moving further and further away from their intuition, from trusting themselves, from having their hands in the clay for the fun of the experience of having their hands in the clay. And so there is this continuous swing of things happening. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just signed up with somebody new. Yay, now it's all going to happen for me. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Oh, something's not working right for me. Disillusionment settles in. Oh my God, it's just me. Oh, I need another expert because this expert is not working. And then they go to the next one and it's a hi again. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But I met them 10 years down the line and they've not made a lot of progress because all the answers to everything that you truly desire, my friend, is always inside of you. It's always inside of you. And that is found in stillness. When I'm saying stillness, I'm not referring to you necessarily have to go and sit and meditate and make sure that the room is quiet. That's one way of connecting to stillness. But I'm referring to the stillness, the silence from all the noise, all the voices external to you that has you in a tiz. The stillness that you find when you stop thinking about something. You put on the music and you shake and you boogie and you're just so present in the moment and life just feels fantastic. And then the idea drops in. The stillness when you're sitting with your journal and you're just deep delving into deliciousness of what is fantastic in your life at the moment, what's working really well, what you are acknowledging yourself for, and the idea drops in. The stillness of when you are present with your lover and you've just made love and you're just lying on his chest and it's just bliss and the world is good. And the idea drops in. The stillness that comes when we stop thinking and we allow ourselves to be present with life. Because life is not only your creation, but your life is also creating your next life for you. Whatever you are experiencing in your life right now is creating your next life, either in the form of desiring something else or desiring more of. And the more that we are present to this, the more time we gift ourselves in becoming really clear with what is the feedback that my life is giving. And that's all it is, darling. Your environment is just feedback for you. What is the feedback that my life is gifting me today? What is it that I'm really loving about my life at the moment that I want enhanced? What are the thoughts that I'm thinking that have created this in my experience? Because then I want to start thinking more in the frequency of those thoughts. And what is going on in my life right now that I'm not really enjoying, or that just sucks, to be quite frank? And compassionately, what are the thoughts that I'm thinking that's creating this? What is this feedback showing me of what's going on in here? And what are the thoughts that I would rather be thinking? What is the reality that I rather want to create next? Because everything is in perpetual motion. So whatever your reality is right now is not the same as what your reality is next and next and next. And the only time that it feels like that for you is because when you regurgitate the same pattern of reality through the same habits of thoughts. That's all it is. So if you can just drop into presence with your life, your life will give you everything that you need for you to intentionally create your next life. And no expert can tell you how to do that, because no expert is living your life in this moment. So they have brilliant tools, and they have found things that have worked for them, which they share, and I share as well, things that have worked for me. But I share it with a softness, because at the end of the day, I understand that these were exceptionally useful tools for me, and they become exceptionally useful for people who are finding themselves in a similar frequency as what I am. And so for them, those tools work really powerfully. But then there are other people who are just in a different vibe right now, who can do everything and use all the tools, and nothing will shift, because they don't do it from a space of, this is what they were guided to intuitively to use next, to help them to craft their own tools by borrowing mine, playing with mine, finding what works, what doesn't work, what needs to be changed, what needs to be enhanced. Because if you're going to use somebody else's tool as gospel, then you are depriving yourself again from your creative process. So what if there were no experts in the world? What if you woke up tomorrow morning and there was not a single expert who could tell you how a business works, or to tell you how to eat in order for you to live your best body life, or who to be in your relationship to have the most magical relationship? What if there were no experts? Could you figure it out? Would you figure it out? Would you take the time to become crystal clear on what it is that you desire, how you want to contribute to the world through business, how you want to build your business, where truly every aspect of the business is enjoyable to you, instead of just joining the conversation of, oh yeah, there's always sucky parts of the business that nobody wants to do. Well, says who? Because there's not one sucky part to my business that I don't want to do, because I'm creating my business in a way that lights me up. Every single touch point, every single part, every single client, every single person that I'm collaborating with, every single dream team member that I have on board, every single touch point is a full body yes. And if anything is a full body yes, your body says yes to wanting to take the aligned action. And nobody taught me how to create this business. This comes from 30 years as an entrepreneur of experimenting, of trying a little bit of this, trying a little bit of that, and then sitting down and going, now, how do I want this to work? How do I want to create this? How do I want to feel in my business? Who do I want to be as this business woman? And then giving myself permission to be her unapologetically, and following the guided, the inspired action in full faith, in full faith that everything is working out for me. It doesn't mean that every action has to have the specific outcome of the bigger picture. No, every action is just me being a cooperative component within the bigger picture of all cooperative components, which have already been gathered by the universe in the creation of something so epic, from taking all of my desires and creating something that's more than the sum of the parts. It's more than the sum of the parts. And I'm allowing for that. I am allowing to still be delighted by the universe and to have new thoughts and new ideas and go, oh, damn, where did that come from? How's that even possible? Hence, the FemForce Collective was born. And if that's something that you're interested in, if you are a businesswoman who actually want to create a global village of prosperity with other businesswomen, then reach out to me and let's have a conversation about that. Or I'll drop the link in for you down in the description and you can go and have a look at that. That is not something that I sat thinking about, oh my God, what do they tell me I have to do next? That was me just blissing out and the thought dropping in, because that is the next part that has already been created. And in that moment, I was open to intuition. What is next? Without expert advice. It comes down to being committed to the journey, to the enjoyment of the journey. It comes down to trusting yourself again. And maybe things have just been going a little haywire lately. And so you're using that as your reason to not feel confident in yourself. But you know what I've discovered, honey? We create all of it. So if I can create a shit show of epic proportions, which I have often done in the past, then I can also create the empire of my dreams. Whatever it is that we create that is not what we desire, we have already energetically created the opposite of. And so all we need to do is to shift focus from what we don't want into what we do want. And I'm going to say this as well. Don't spend a massive amount of time focusing on what's wrong in your life. What we focus on grows. You literally want to acknowledge it one time, and the purpose of the acknowledgement is to identify what you do want instead, what you've created instead of this. That is delicious, uplifting, inspiring, elevating, expansive, prosperous, beautiful, engaging, all of those things. You have already created that. So the only purpose is acknowledgement, and then you shift your focus to the desire. And then you trust. You trust the intuition of doing things that maybe doesn't even look related to whatever project you're working on at the moment, but it enhances your state of being in whatever shape or form. For the enhancement of your state of being is ultimately what shifts the needle in every area of your life. So what if there were no experts? How would you eat in a way that you know really supports you and your best body? Who would you be in your relationships that it feels like true partnership and greatness and deep connection? What is the business that you want to create, and how do you want to create it? How do you want your business to work? You are the creator of your life experience. Why not create your life experience? So whoever needed to hear this today, if you are sitting there and you have just been stuck, it just felt like there's so much and it's overwhelming and it's confusing and you just wanted to, then this was for you. Because you've got this. But you have to start taking more time with yourself and less time with the experts. It's time to re-engage your consciousness. in the creation of your best life. I would love to hear from you. What has come up? If this is of value to you, please share this with other women so that we can rempower them, remind them to self-empower, so that we can create a movement of unapologetic women who truly are living life on their own terms and who powerfully express themselves without words. Until next time, have an amazing day further. Cheers.